In this lesson, we are going to see about the two important wars that is fought between the Indian rulers and the East India Company that defined their supremacy over Bengal and other parts of India. Okay, let's get started. We are going to look at the Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey was fought between the British East Indian Company and Siraj-ud-Dowlah, who is the Nawab of Bengal. Siraj-ud-Dowlah was supported by the French. The battle took place on June 23rd of 1757. The victory of British East Indian Company in the battle is one of the most important events in Indian history. Previously, the East India Company had established factories at Surat, Madras, Bombay and Calcutta in the 17th century. Mughal Emperor Farrukh Shah had issued a firman in 1717 granting the company rights to reside and trade freely within the Mughal Empire. The company was also accorded the right to issue dastaks for movement of goods. This right was misused by the company officials. When Alivar Khan, grandfather of Siraj-ud-Dowlah, became the Nawab of Bengal, he took a stricter stance against the company. When Siraj succeeded him as a Nawab, he ordered the company to stop their fortification activities since they didn't have the permission to do so. But the company carried on with their fortifications. This led to the Nawab to attack the British station in Calcutta, in which they were beaten by the Nawab's 3,000 men strong army. Calcutta was occupied by the Nawab's forces in June 1756 and the prisoners were kept in a dungeon in Fort William. This incident is called the Black Hole of Calcutta since only a handful of the prisoners survived the captivity where over 100 people were kept in a cell meant for about 6 people. Fort William and the other British establishments in Calcutta had fallen into the hands of the Nawab. When news of this reached Madras in August, they sent troops under Colonel Robert Clive to win back the Bengal establishment of the British. On the bank of river Bhagirathi, in the mango groves of a place named Plassey, the opposite forces met each other. The date was the 23rd June in 1757. On that day was fought the Battle of Plassey between the armies of Siraj-ud-Dowlah and Clive. There could be no comparison between the respective forces of the enemies, because the Nawab's army contained 50,000 infantry and 28,000 cavalry, but Clive's army consisted of only 3,000 men, including English soldiers and Indian sepoys. From the beginning of the battle, both Mir Jafar and Rai Durlal stood silently and with their vast forces without coming forward to fight. The two persons who fought desperately on behalf of the Nawab were the Hindu general Mohanlal and the Muslim general Mir Madan. When Mir Madan fell dead on the field, the Nawab lost courage. But Mohanlal continued to fight with heroic determination. For hours the course the war remained undecided and uncertain. Suddenly then, Mir Jafar advised the Nawab to send order to Mohanlal to stop fighting. The dumbfounded Nawab sent that order to the fighting general, but Mohanlal considered it a wrong order and continued to fight. Again and again, the Nawab sent order to Mohanlal to come back in order to satisfy Mir Jafar. Unable to disobey his superiors, Mohanlal at length returned to Siraj. That was exactly what Mir Jafar wanted. When the fighting soldiers saw their leader withdrawing from the front, they lost heart and fled in all directions. In a moment's time, the course of the battle turned for the worst. The Nawab realized his mistake. He could also know what Mir Jafar was. Amid terrible attack from Clive's side, and with his army in panic, Siraj-ud-Dowlah fled from the field for life. With that ended the Battle of Plassey. With that, too, was decided the fate of Bengal and of India. In the mango groves of Plassey was laid the foundation of the British Empire in India. The Battle of Plassey opened a new chapter in the annals of India. The British Age in Indian history began. The effects of the battle are: Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal, but he was a puppet of the British. Siraj-ud-Dowlah was captured and killed. Robert Clive also captured the French forts in Bengal. The British became the paramount power in Bengal. They successfully ousted the French and resisted the Dutch. The French were contained to Pondicherry in India. Colonel Clive became Lord Clive. Next, we are going to look at the Battle of Buxar. The Battle of Buxar was fought between the British Army and the combined forces of Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II, Mir Qasim, and Shuja-ud-Dawla. The British East Indian Company had defeated the combined forces in the battle. The battle took place on 22nd October 1764. The battle took place at Buxar. At that time, Buxar was within the territories of Bengal. Mir Qasim fled to Oudh after losing to the British at the battles of Katwa, Gina, and Udainala. There he joined forces of Shuja-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Oudh, and with Shah Alam II, the Emperor of Delhi, and fought the British at the Battle of Buxar on 22nd of October 1764. The combined Indian army lost the battle. The victory at Buxar allowed the British to extend their domination up to Allahabad. Mir Qasim lost all hopes of curbing the British. In fact, with the fall of Mir Qasim, the era of independent Nawabs ended in Bengal. The seeds of British imperialism sown at Plassey flowed after the Battle of Buxar, a fact that makes the latter battle historically more important. It finally consolidated British rule in Bengal. The Nawab was reduced to a mere figurehead. The company started an unchecked plundering of the wealth of Bengal. The Nawab of Oudh returned to a submissive ally, and the Mughal emperor was reduced to thriving on an allowance from the company. These were the first steps to start of company's domination in the north. Friends, with this we have come to the end of this session. This important session has two important Indian words that defined English rule in India. Friends, what do you think about these words? If Indian rulers were won in the battle, what is the fate of India in the next 300 years? So what we will be now doing if Indian rulers have won in these wars? Let us know your thoughts below in comments. We will see again in a new video by next week. Thank you.